Good evening and welcome. Good evening and welcome, everyone. Welcome to our spring concert this year. I have the honor of telling you that check your nearest exit in the event of the unlikely need for a quick exit. Hard candies, wrappers, please do that now. Cell phones, if I could, I'd ask you to walk them back out to your car. But I can't. So, those cell phones, those inventions that allow us to be everywhere and nowhere at the same time, please allow yourself to be just here for the next 90 minutes. Thanks. So we're going to do, actually I've been asked to turn it over to introduce the first two, and I've been asked to turn this over to Luke Podowski, and I will give the mic to him to go. Kylie instead, sorry.
Alright, so we're the seniors of the jazz band. We just thought we would say something about Mr. T. I know that probably every senior class says this, but our class, the senior band class of 2013, has grown closer to Mr. T than any other class during the 4 years of high school. Definitely ours. This year, the PHS band will be losing 41 seniors, including 9 jazz band members. These past 4 years would not have been the same if we had any other director. During our townwide concert a few weeks ago, I realized I've been playing an instrument for 8 years. That's practically eternity when you're 17 years old.
Being a member of the band for all 4 years means that you didn't just play an instrument to go on the trip to Disney World. It shows that you could take the embarrassing wool band uniforms that we wore to a few football games and Memorial Day parade. It also means that you could you got to be part of a big family. For example, during Christmas, we hung up lights, and we had our own Secret Santa in the band room. Tons of kids, many who aren't even in band, ate lunch in here every day just because of the love and the atmosphere. Right now, we have a map with tags on it that show where all the seniors are attending college in the fall. By the time your senior year rolls around, Mr. T has developed such a strong personal relationship with all the seniors because that's the type of teacher he is. He cares about his students. In band, we use our energy to create music. If, say, we're not so fortunate to be athletes or be inclined with visual arts. Music is different, is often said to be the universal language, and Mr. T certainly pours out his heart in every note and measure.
Mr. Talata has a very unique teaching style because, first off, he teaches just about 100 high schoolers, and you have to be very courageous to do all that. But he also understands how teenagers work, probably because he, at one time, was living with them to himself. One technique that never fails to work is when he gives us an analogy or metaphor to help us play a certain style. This year, we decided to keep a list, and here are just a few of them.
Play the whole meal, not just the dessert. No, that wasn't right. Too many red pepper flakes in the chili.
Don't slobber, be a poodle. You have to play an oak tree. Right now you're playing the dog with my front yard.
You're playing the whole loaf of bread. Just play one slice of bread. Bread from Panera. This song boils like a pot of sauce when it simmers and you have to turn it down before it burns.
Looking back at some of these, we are not quite sure how he managed to pull them out of thin air, or what song he was talking about now, but they helped. Somehow. It's hard to believe that these 4 years have passed by so quickly, but I think we speak for all 41 seniors when we say this. Mr. T, or T as some of us call him, is like a second dad to us. He is always there to talk and listen if you need help, give advice, talk about the latest movie releases, red carpet events, or just have a laugh.
You can see when he conducts how much passion he has. When he really gets excited about a piece, he will jump up and down and clap like a kid in a candy store. Having a director, mentor, teacher, and friend like Mr. T for these past 4 years of high school has been a reward in itself. Most of us are not going to school to study music, but I know for a fact that we'll never forget how important music is in our lives, or how much this man has influenced us and shaped us into the young adults we are today.
T has watched us 41 seniors go from little baby freshmen to hopefully more mature adults ready to take on life at college and everything after. He has given us skills that we can use in the world of music, but also for life in general. I hope he never forgets us because I know that none of us will ever forget him. So thank you, Mr. T, for all of you